We're here. All right.
Oh, just like that. Boom.
Yeah, just like that. Just like that. No intro, nothing, but we'll do some magic. Do the magic after. Anyways, we here, we back, as
Mhm.
consistent as we can be. Your boy Slang, your boy Tokes. This is Darkness with a Ginger Hue. How you doing today, Slang?
Word. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Could use more sleep as usual, but
Mm,
I can't complain because nobody would listen, so I just vent. But I'm nice. How are you doing?
great, great. I did a very interesting shift at work. I worked the 3 to 11 shift, and then I came in today to do the 7 to 3 shift because again,
Oh,
they needed some people. So the limited amount of sleep did, I wouldn't say it affected me, but you people like this,
yeah.
that turnover. But again, it's the weekend now, so
It's the
I'm going to
weekend,
enjoy
baby.
and do some content creation. Do some
Indeed.
content creation.
Indeed.
Yeah, yeah. How's the weather?
It's actually
Any change?
it's 12 degrees outside right now. It's very warm. Very
I was
warm.
I
The
was
warm.
saying the same
Oh,
thing
jeez.
today.
Sorry.
I was saying the same thing today. It was -2, and that is like pretty much plus 12
12.
out there. So I'm like, wow. I mean, people are going out in their hoodies, no jackets, maybe a hat, just because of the the head part of whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, everybody's enjoying it. People going out tobogganing. I'm like, wow.
Tobogganing? Oh, well, it's still cold. It's still
Well,
cold.
it's
It's
still
cold
cold,
enough.
but you know what? When you go tobogganing in -40, it's not fun. I think it's
True.
hard.
Good point. Good
Right,
point.
so
Good point.
it's a bit of a more enjoyable type of weather to do them activities because I
Mhm.
think after I left the center I was at, they said they're gonna take the ladies to go ice skating. I'm like, "Ah, man, that's beautiful. Do it.
Nice. Nice.
Not freezing." So, yeah, it was good. It
Surprised I
was
haven't
good.
seen nobody in shorts today, but night's still young.
I was gonna say, it's still young, man. It's still young. Anything is happening out there right now. Again, global warming is a big deal. It's something that's going on right now, and I'm I'm a bit afraid of what's to come in the next 5 years
We'll
because I mean,
probably be dead before it really gets.
well, I mean, we talk about that. But it seems like it's speeding up.
Speed it. Yeah, that's also true. I could see that.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
we
that
talked
I'm
about this
up
a
on
while
it,
ago
but I
when
could
we
see
were
that.
saying, "Oh, this and that," the
Yeah,
shift in the weather, like the whole seasons. You're gonna have winter in July soon,
very possible.
right? And
Very
then then and
possible.
then all these ice caps and so forth, all those Arctic places that are melting down,
Mhm.
down to nothing, right?
Tell
It's
me
gonna be
something. Do
crazy.
you, being the conspiracy theorist that I am, do you believe in weather machines?
Weather machines. I
Like
do believe
government?
there are weather machines
Yeah,
to help correct the errors that meteorologists make about weather.
explain.
So, for instance, say they say, "Oh, there's going to be a cold front," and there is no cold front, and it's, "Hey, Bill, start it up. We need that cold front. We don't want to look stupid out there."
Not impossible. Not that it's a simpler way to look at it, but uh, I think if it's another, let's just think of it as a form of irrigation. Like if farmers need more water, more rain,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
think there is things in place because we need food beyond the artificial food that they're already making for us to
Oh,
eat. But
difficult.
there's still farming going on, so I think they would
Hmm.
still create rain or sun for a certain amount of time, so that there's a certain amount of crop that is being grown. Blah blah blah. But again, that's my conspiracy theory. Let's not go off the rails. Let's get to the real things. What'd you
All
do
right.
today to be better, bro?
Oh, well, okay. As I just stated, I was at work for the 7 to 3 shift, and we had a special uh, pipe ceremony.
What's that?
It's an Aboriginal indigenous culture. It's almost like a sharing circle, and you get your feelings out and so forth.
Nice.
And they were praying and singing, very
Mm,
cultural based. And then
mm.
they had a feather that they passed around to speak when things get off your chest and so forth. And you know what?
That's dope.
I've been at them before.
Hmm.
I never spoke, but I'm like, you know what? I said it's 2026.
Hmm.
I feel like I want to speak and just get things off. Maybe life will change if I just speak, right? So, a lot of the indigenous people have their given name, and then they have their spiritual name, right?
Right, right.
So, bear something, 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 right? I mean, I don't want to mash or destroy anybody's spiritual names because it's very respectful. So I'm
Mhm.
like, you know what? Here's the thing. And when it came to my time, I said, here's the thing. You all have spirit names. My actual name is that spirit. Like there's a meaning behind the name that was given to me. And I kind of explained it to them.
Mm.
And they were like, what? I said, yeah. I mean, and I said the indigenous culture almost mirrors the African culture. And then I was
Extra.
corrected by one of the elders, our cultural elders. He says, you know
Mm.
what? They're one and the same. They're not they're not like it.
Mm.
They're exactly the same. And the indigenous
Mm.
culture is the African culture.
Wow.
How we respect elders, they
Mhm,
respect elders. We
mhm,
have
mhm.
chiefs, they have chiefs. You have, all
Mm.
everything was identical. And I'm thinking and I'm realizing like, yeah, yeah. Now I know
Yeah.
why I connect with a lot of people, a lot of things that they say and do, because it's pretty much the same. And I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah. So again, I was just feeling open and sharing about my background, and I really felt good educating, although it was a small group, but I was educating about my background and
That's dope.
what I'm looking for 2026. So that was a great, great moment for me.
I love that. That's dope.
Mhm, mhm.
So, it's like,
What about your
Aboriginal culture, the Muslim religion, and the Buddhist religion are 3, I guess, if I'm gonna label them as cultures, I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong out there, but those are 3 types of cultures or the way that they practice their
Mhm,
spiritual
mhm,
practice.
mhm.
I really respect it. I think
Oh
those are
yeah.
the 3 that if I was to choose, it would be, and Aboriginal obviously is not a religion,
Mhm.
but if I was to choose a way of,
Life,
yeah, a way
reaching
of life and a way
spirituality.
of, yeah, reaching spirituality would be one of those 3 or a mix of, which it kinda already is a mix of,
Okay. Okay.
because I'm not one denominational anyway.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
that's dope, man. That was great.
Yeah.
I mine is I don't got much to go with that, but 'cause
I'm not trying to trump
that
you
was
there,
great.
brother.
No, but that was great. That was a really good one. That was really great. But what I did do, actually, just remember this. After the workout at the gym, they have a
Mhm,
recovery room now, so you could go in
alright.
there and do whatever type of recovery, massage chairs, cold
Mhm,
presses,
mhm,
blah blah blah, blah.
mhm,
Massage balls, all these things. Pause is necessary. So I went into the massage chair, turned on meditation video and closed my
mhm.
eyes, did some breathing work and relaxed and did exactly what the room asked for, recovery, which I haven't meditated in a while. So it was good. It was difficult to focus because, like anything, meditation is a practiced thing. So if you
Mhm, mhm.
don't do it consistently, you could lose the
Yeah,
ability to focus as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
So it was difficult. Plus, there was somebody in the room with me. I think that messed me up a little bit, but I'm glad I did it. I felt more relaxed and actually even more energetic at the same time when after I did it coming
Okay.
out of there. So
Okay.
yeah, and it's
Good.
only like 10 minutes of my life. So
True.
no
Now, here's
excuses.
my question. My question to you about that is, have you ever been to that ideal spot for your meditation when you used to do it? How did it feel when you were at your peak of meditation? Because I too,
Yeah.
I started it, and it is very hard because again the distractions. So I'm actually going to probably try to get an app or even go back to my service there that I have to help me meditate because they said it does wonders. I want to know what it did for
Y-
you.
Yeah. I've felt the levitation, the some people describe it as almost going into a different dimension. At my peak, I felt that. I haven't felt it often or even
Mhm,
consistently, I won't say, but I have. That would be, I would say, my peak. And also, again, meditation has helped me at times get out of my depression or out of my feeling down or low energy or
mhm,
having a bad day, like as simple as having a bad day, as high as having a depression. Of course, there's different levels of all of these things, but for me, meditation definitely helps. And again, it doesn't even have 5-10 minutes. I would suggest starting at 5 minutes, um, and maybe working your way up. I've done maybe as much as 20 minutes at a time, but no, I
Okay.
haven't gone crazy, crazy. But yeah, I think it helps. Again, that's part of the spiritual development, part of the touching a part of yourself that you don't regularly get to touch. You could go to the gym for the physical. You could
Mhm.
go to a counselor for the mental and the emotional.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
spirit is, I believe, another part or aspect of us, which they're all connected, of course, but another aspect of us that we need to explore more often.
Agreed. Agreed. 100% agreed. And that's what I'm kind of open to this whole coming year is just to kind of use the proper tools to enhance myself to get the best out of me because I know I mean I'm really shortchanging myself. I'm kind of short, I'm not where I should be.
Mm,
I
mm,
know I could be better. So
mm,
I would like to use the tools, the teachings, the people, as we talked about, this show. I mean, doing this was helping me, right? So
mhm,
again, I need to use all the tools to get the best tokes that anybody and everybody can see, including myself,
mhm.
right? So again, when we were talking about uh, working out and what, I said I was going to start working out again come next week. You've been doing that on a regular basis, so I know I could do it. I need
Yeah,
to get back to it, right?
yeah.
So I definitely hear what you're saying because again,
Never too late to jump on the horse, man.
it's true. Once you tap in and it's common practice, oh my gosh, you'll be like
100%.
laughing. You'll be laughing.
100%.
So I hear you. I hear
100%.
you. I hear you.
And it's,
Oh,
again, give yourself grace because we can always be better. Even when you're better, you could be even better than that. So
yeah.
it's a constant work in progress.
My dad gave me a funny yet like, and my dad was full of these nuggets, and he told me you're never going to be satisfied with yourself until your good is better and your better is best.
Mm,
I'm like, hmm. And then I heard Matthew McConaughey when he was
mm,
accepting one of his Oscars,
mhm,
and he was telling a story about someone asked him, who is your hero, and he says, me, you know, 5 years from now or whatever. And he says, okay. And then
mm.
5 years pass and he goes, okay, now who's your hero? I said, me 5 years from there. Because I'm saying
Right, right,
he's
right,
always chasing and trying to better himself. I'm like,
right.
man, I can listen to that guy talk and he wows me and it makes sense. It
Yep,
makes sense. You're always improving. And if you think you got to your point, it's not your point. There's still
yep.
more that you can learn and keep
That's a
on
fact.
going. So again, you're never too old to start.
That's a
You're
fact.
never too young to learn.
Nope.
So keep on going. Keep on going.
I, and you know what? I think that's actually a good segue into one of our topics
I
in
was about
terms
to
of
say
getting
that right
ready.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
So here we got great topics for you today. And here is the first one. I'll show it real quick here. Are men falling behind in education and society? Um, that is a amazing question. And I
mhm.
brought that to Slang. So Slang, why don't you touch base with us with that real quick? What do you think? You think we're falling behind?
As far as I understand, stats would show that we are. Stats show that women are much more ahead in terms of getting PhDs and
Mhm,
doctorates and graduating from post secondary, and so forth and so on. Um, so, I mean, if I'm following the stats, it has to be. I guess that has to be true. Um, Now, the reasons for it, they might be a little bit tougher to
explain.
pinpoint.
Mhm,
Um, my first thought is that in a patriarchal society, men have been placated to and therefore ahead in a lot of ways. So it was easier to, for lack of a better word, be ahead of women in education
mhm,
and the workplace. Conversely, because women were oppressed in these ways, and now, and I mean before now, but it's really picking up in the recent years. They've gotten more opportunity to do it, and therefore it's similar to when black people weren't getting equal rights or equal
Mhm,
education,
mhm,
and
mhm,
then it was they civil rights happened and we were allowed to, then we flourished out the gates. We're flourishing because when you deprive somebody of food, of course they're going to be very hungry, and if you give them a plate, they're going to be ravenous. They're going to tear that
mhm,
plate apart.
mhm,
So
mhm,
it's understandable that on that side that men have kind of taken their foot off the gas because we're so used to being ahead, and women have put their foot on the gas because they're now getting an opportunity to get ahead.
mhm.
That's one way to look at it.
Okay.
The other way to look at it, I think, is men in this society are starting to question and or lose their value. We
This
don't.
is
There's actually, oh man, I wish I had that video to play,
mhm,
to send you. But there was this post that I seen recently, and if I can find it while you're talking, I'll try to get it.
mhm,
Where a woman and a man were sitting down and they were talking, and the woman was basically stating that men were we need to feel wanted because we we were brought up in a society in which we didn't have to feel wanted, we were needed. Sorry, we don't know, we don't feel as needed now,
mhm,
and we don't know
mhm,
what to do because we were never brought up in a society to be
mhm.
um reactionary or community based per se, and that's per se. It's
Right,
very much a white patriarchal way of
right,
society, North
right.
American.
Mhm,
Whereas women have always been the helpers. They always had to raise the kids, or they always had to make sure the men were good, or they also always had to make sure the house was set up, the community was beautiful. Like they had to. Women were while men might have been the producers of the film, women were the directors of the film. If that makes
facts.
sense.
100%
If that
facts
makes
there.
sense.
Yep.
So we were needed because we needed to provide the meat, but they
Mhm.
made it taste good and look good and
Oh, wow, wow.
feed the whole neighborhood or feed the
Mhm,
community. They did that.
mhm, mhm.
And that's not to discount either role. I think that's kind
True.
of where things have kind of gotten tricky. Whereas uh, now that women could provide for themselves
Mhm.
and their families, now men are like, well, do we now become the nurturers, and is that natural for us to be the nurturers, and are we not, like, what are we supposed to do now, type.
Right.
And again, I don't think that's one-sided. I think women also have a certain level of confusion because you have women who want men who have money, to
Mhm.
take care of them, but also the characteristics of caring about their feelings and caring about da 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 da. uh, no blah blah blah, but you understand what I'm saying.
Mhm,
And men
mhm,
are like, yeah, well, we can't do everything. Like,
mhm, mhm,
it's like
mhm.
it's almost like a pendulum shift. Like they kind of expect from us what we were expecting from them at one point. The roles are somewhat reversing. I think it will come back to the middle where there is a coincide and cooperation. But right now, there's a little bit of confusion going on, I think.
Totally, totally, totally agree. Um, my take, uh, 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 I'm gonna play off what you said there.
Mhm.
First off, I think the the men had that head start. We had the head start in education, because again, women were never looked as the breadwinners, as the scientists, as the presidents, as they weren't looked at as that. They were there to nurture, like you said, and that's all they were looked at for, to bring in life into the world and make sure they are taken care of as well as a home, right? So again, we now fast forward, and now we'll say maybe the early 2000s, if not 2010, we are at a place where women have now said, "Yeah, we can be a part of this whole race too." And now they caught up, right? Around that time they caught up. So I'm like, okay, so now women are neck and neck again, 2010. And so now 2020-ish, it's almost like the women have taken the lead because they've been more
That's all. Sorry,
creative.
I shouldn't cut you. I shouldn't cut you. But that you just brought up a point. There's also a thing. They are in the lead in terms of the education, but I
Mhm.
don't know about the jobs, which is also
Oh,
why they get more education so that they could get equal pay and jobs. So
mhm,
there's still a misogyny or patriarchy in the workforce to a degree.
guaranteed.
So I think that's also why there's still not even technically, there's still an oppression happening to the women. And
100%.
but they're allowed to fight more, so they do. Sorry, go
Well,
ahead.
I think women are still even being more creative in terms of how they make their money. A lot of them have now taken that step back, researched, and came up with ideas. I mean, we have a lot of very wealthy, very established uh, women in the world of business, in the world of politics, acting. I mean, there's so many that have now established themselves and have used that to teach other women. And it's almost like, well, again, most of them, that whole sisterhood has bonded to say, yeah, let's go. We're gonna take again, they're bonding to surpass the men. That is their ultimate goal, to surpass men. They have surpassed men in a
Mhm.
lot of
In
aspects.
many
Again,
ways,
uh,
yep.
for the longest time, I was really against the whole OnlyFans thing. But I'm like, you know what? I
I'm
can't
still
hate on you.
against it. I'm
I
still
can't hate on you. I know, no, I'm saying I can't hate on you because back in the day, you weren't allowed to even go to work
Mhm.
in some of these places that men are working. And then
Word.
when you did get there to work, you weren't even getting paid the same amount of money
Right.
that a next
Right.
man was paying working,
Right.
right? So then you had to now be super creative and create jobs in your realm that you can handle that men couldn't do, or
Right.
if not can do, but not as well as you, right?
Right.
And they then took off with that. So again, kudos to the women for doing that. Now, to go back, I think men have gotten lazy. I think
Mm.
men have gotten lazy because they said, "Hey, we're the breadwinners. Whatever we do is it should be good enough." You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's all right, because my woman's gonna just be there, and she's just like men. A
Yeah,
lot of men
yeah,
still
yeah, yeah.
think in that way. My
Yeah.
woman's gonna be at home taking
As
care of
long
the
as I
kids.
pay as I
Yeah,
pay, they'll be okay. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
And men, some men are still thinking that way, and it's again, it's showing their shortcomings. It's just keeping
Mm.
them short. I'm like, and then all the women say, while you go work and I'm at home with the kids, I'm going to study and get this degree. I'm going to do this project. I'm going to talk to my girls and create this business. So
Mhm.
then your husband comes out or your man comes out, hey babe, how you doing? How's dinner?
Mhm.
Whatever. I'm busy. I gotta go to night school or I gotta do this or blah blah blah. And now when the roles reverse and you have to take care of yourself, when the man has to take care of, they're like, I don't know how to do this. But the woman,
There's a lot of
but the
things
women,
about it.
but the
I agree.
women have been knowing how to do this on point for how long? And now they're taking the lead and want to go get work and do jobs and
Mhm.
keep busy. I'm like, kudos to them. But yeah, honestly, men gotten lazy
Mhm.
and have let women surpass them. Now, again, I won't say that's a bad thing. I'm not going
No.
to say it's a good thing, but
Yeah,
at the same time, it's happening.
it's a thing.
It's happening. Yeah, it's a
My
thing. I
slight
mhm,
pushback. I don't while I agree that I think women have had more hustle in the last maybe decade or even maybe even more, 2 decades.
mhm, mhm.
Um, because you just said something. They also may have had more time to
Oh,
catch up.
yeah,
2 things. 1, they may have had more time, and 2, there is something to be said. I know I'm probably gonna get, "Oh, you're a misogynist." There is something to be said for the idea that men, while being the breadwinners, were also the stronger sex.
yeah,
So a lot of
yeah,
the work that we did is physical. We didn't have to have the high education as much in
a-
the industrial era.
and
That
that's yeah,
also has changed.
and that's where people forget because again, for you to build the city you had. You weren't going to have ladies on those beams putting out
Scaffolds,
iron.
yeah,
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 I mean,
yeah.
again, I'm not saying that women couldn't. At that time,
But on
men were the ones
average,
were putting out those their death defying type of jobs, window cleaners and stuff like that.
I mean,
These
still
these
are. They
no,
still are by and far
yes,
mostly men doing
right,
construction and
right.
all these
So
labor jobs.
I will never say that, men dropped the ball. No, men did their part to get
Right,
where we are,
right.
to open the door for women to do what they doing. Because again,
Mm,
it's not that they weren't capable.
right.
I don't believe they were built that way at that time
Yeah.
to do the jobs
Mm.
that were out there at that time.
Hey, again, I might be the misogynist, but I'm just what I think we're missing. I was gonna ask you a question. I kind of lost the question, but what I think we're missing. Oh, sorry.
Mhm,
Let me
mhm.
ask you the question. So,
Okay.
do you think we're at the age where it's time for the men to step back and let the women lead, or what do you, yeah, what do you think? Or do you think it's time for the men to step back, women to lead, or is it a time for us to move together rather than side by
Y-
side, rather than there actually is a leader or a follower?
Yeah, I don't. I would. I'm going to sound horrible, but I wouldn't want the women to lead us.
Okay. Yeah, well,
Only
explain.
because it will the
We're
men and
getting
women are built.
controversial. Yeah,
Yes,
that's what
yeah,
I want
yeah,
to
yeah. Men and women biologically are different. So putting a certain woman, again, I'm not saying that they can't, but putting a
Or
certain
all. We're
woman,
not talking about all women. There are exceptions to
right,
all rules.
right. There's some
Not all
people,
men
there's some
either.
women, right.
Yeah,
There's some men that can lead, some men that can't.
exactly.
So I get it. But what I'm saying, the consensus is that again, a lot of women's emotions may
Mm.
alter how another man will approach a situation leading the pack.
Mhm.
Okay. And
Mhm.
and again, I'm not saying that they're not capable. I'm just saying the past, although it's not the greatest, but most leaders, dignitaries, and so forth were men. Most CEOs and COOs and all that were men. And again, they have great companies. There's a lot of backing. All
Mhm.
right, a lot of the leaders and uh, the Nobel Prize winners and all these other people, they were really just men. But again, it was established from way back when. Now, sure, you can probably have women leaders, and there's a few good ones actually. There's a
Mhm.
few good
Mhm.
leaders out there that, or potential leaders are out there. But
Mhm.
again, because of what we've already established, no one's going to accept that. All
It's
right.
very difficult. Very
Yes.
difficult, especially again in North America.
I remember when we were in high school, Miss the former Prime Minister Kim Campbell,
I was talking
first
about that.
woman.
I was talking about that.
And I'm like, I didn't realize until now how much that
It's a big deal.
changed
Yeah.
a lot of things.
Her and Margaret Thatcher.
Y- the iron, oh, Iron
The
Lady was.
Iron Lady.
Listen, I didn't know about politics until I watched British politics. My
Same.
dad loved Thatcher because she was just hard nosed.
Mhm.
Two of my dad's favorites, Thatcher and Pierre Elliott Trudeau, because
Oh,
those
yeah,
guys didn't give
Trudeau,
a fuck.
yeah.
Oh, they didn't give a fuck. And my dad said,
Every
"Yeah,
Black
that guy,
Canadian over 50,
yep,
I would say over 60 loves Trudeau. That's exactly why
Pierre,
his son got
yeah,
in. Same, so
yeah."
because of that love, off
So
name recognition.
I loved
Mhm.
politics because of that, and when I researched a little bit more, Thatcher was a badass,
Yeah,
well before her time.
yeah.
And then Kim Campbell, although I don't know how you would word she got in, she didn't get the benefit.
Because she wasn't voted in.
Well, that's the
She
thing. Yeah,
yeah,
that's what
she
I'm saying.
got
She
in.
didn't
Was
get the
it
benefits.
Chrétien? It was Chrétien or something
Yeah,
like that? Yeah,
yeah.
she wasn't
So I'm
voted.
like,
That's
okay, but again, that's something that's big for Canada and the world for having a
yeah,
woman
that's a fact.
lead your country.
That's a
So
fact.
kudos to Canada for letting that happen. Now there probably are multiple female prime ministers and queens and presidents and so forth all over that we don't know about. Because
No,
again, we
quite
really not
possibly.
really not into that world, because the Eastern world, they probably have a ton of leaders or people that are in power that are women. So
Mhm.
you just don't know, right?
Let me ask you another quick question, which along the
Mhm,
same lines.
mhm.
Why do you think it's not talked about? And do you think that we avoid the topic of men falling behind in
I,
education and society, quote unquote?
I think when people talk about it or bring it up, it shows a sign of weakness.
Mm.
They don't want to show their belly. Oh,
Mm.
men not leading anymore. What's going on? You guys getting soft? Really? Okay. And then again, and that's when players
Ego.
like Russia, who only think a certain way, and all of a sudden you have the U.S. or Canada, and I was like, oh, so you're having women leaders now. So they're going to
Mm.
try to push their weight. They're going to try to push in. Now again, I'm again
So true.
just being straight,
True.
because
Yeah.
again, I would love to have women leaders, a true leader.
Yeah.
Whether you're man or woman, if you're a leader, lead. Go ahead. But
Yeah.
again, the old school are still here. I mean, those boomers are still around. They're going to be saying a whole bunch of things.
Hmm.
They're going to say, "Oh, you're weak. How are we having this? How are we having that?" And again, other countries like, "Oh, so they're passing the buck now. Let's get our best men on this, and let's infiltrate. Let's take over."
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, I think they don't want to accept or do anything too much to show,
Hmm.
again, weakness. I don't think they want to show that
I would
they're
agree.
going moving forward and not moving backwards.
I would agree with
Because
that.
the minute that you show that weakness or that sly part of, oh, we're gonna let everybody in. Those guys, those heavy hitters, China, Russia, whatever, they're gonna come in and say, oh, so you got this going on? Boom,
Hmm.
will surprise you. Because
You
again,
guys are
they're not thinking,
soft. Yeah.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
not thinking like us. There's a strict way of life that they live over there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is all the West, all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All we're talking about here is the West.
Yeah.
Anything else, man,
That's true.
God
That's a
God help
valid
you.
point. I agree with that. I do think it is an ego thing.
Mhm.
And again, men still run the world, so we're still trying to keep that total takeover at bay.
Yes.
I and I also agree that I had this discussion with my lady the other day that women are doing they're more of their part than men are at this point in society,
Mm,
especially in terms of relationships with each other.
okay.
Now, where I would caution women is get your education, get your move up in the world, get your positions and move
Mhm,
up in
mhm,
society. Do that. Don't let
mhm,
nobody stop you. I commend you. I
mhm.
caution you only in that I see this happening that there is becoming a superiority complex on the women's part
Oh, I
in
I
which
was
they now feel that they're better than men, and
Mhm,
that is the pendulum swing. I
mhm,
understand it. I get where it comes
mhm.
from. It makes total sense. The oppressed want, not even want, they become the oppressor without even realizing it. Once the
Without even
pendulum,
ready. Correct.
and I think there's a lot of men ain't shit no more. Men are dumb. Men are doing nothing. Men are stupid. Men. Uh, we're like the dregs of society. We're getting dragged a
Mhm,
lot
mhm, mhm,
especially in North America,
mhm,
and women are beginning to look down on us. And I see this thing recently where there's this a lot of women, black women especially,
mhm,
are strategically choosing singlehood because the the personalities and the characteristics of men outside of providing are not meeting their standard. And
ah,
I get that that was part of the video I wanted to use in this
mhm,
part.
mhm,
Again, I do get the idea, but I also think the idea is being pushed, and I think that women with their newfound power uh, our egos are being inflated, and again they're starting to look down on men the way that men used to look down on women as being useless. All they could do is stay at home and cook and clean, and we don't. What does a woman provide but sex
mhm,
and a meal?
mhm,
Like, it's starting to
mhm,
look like. men are
Mm.
becoming this thing to women. That's what we are now. And maybe we deserve it. Let's keep it 100. Maybe
Yeah,
we deserve. Maybe we deserve.
we put them through the ringer.
Yeah, maybe we
Definitely,
do deserve.
they've had a lot of oppression. So,
Yeah,
but here's the flip
doesn't make it
side.
right
Again,
though.
yeah, you're right. But here's the flip side: is that now roles have reversed, and women don't think men can do what they were doing back in the day,
Mhm.
and they mean cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids,
Which is a
and so
lie.
forth, which is
That's
a
that's
lie.
that's a
And
first.
I'm going to bring this up because there's a
Yeah.
story at work where I work with a lot of women,
Mhm.
and I was there in the morning, and I was just chefing it up. Boom, cooking suppers, cooking breakfasts, and I'm like, oh my gosh, hey guys, we have a man that can cook. And like, I lived in a house with a mother who taught me how to cook. So yeah, I was surprised that this was happening, but I'm like, yeah, this isn't this the norm? Aren't you supposed to learn this skill as a adult?
Let me ask you this question, bro. How
Mm,
many men do you know that can't cook?
I don't know
I
any man
don't
that
think I know any. I don't think I do. If I do, then
now they're not gourmet chefs, but
well, they can handle themselves.
they can
Yes.
definitely handle themselves what they need to do to
How many
survive.
men do
Yes.
you know that don't clean?
Well, again, everybody can clean. Every one of them.
Uh, how
How they clean is different, but again, they can definitely do the job.
how many deadbeat fathers do you know?
Oh well, not not many.
Not
I'll say
many.
not
Not
many.
many. And I
Not
will
many.
I will even go to say, because yes, it's not zero for me either.
No, it's
But
not zero.
I could also say that I know quite a few deadbeat mothers,
Mm,
which is the reverse side of the topic of
yeah,
things that are not talked about.
yeah,
Deadbeat mothers
yeah.
are not something that we talk about, which is a
No.
topic for another day. But
Ooh, spicy.
yes,
We started out 2026 on some
yeah.
spice level, bro.
But I do. There's also that part of, I think there we did talk about the stats do show that certain
Mm,
things, but there
mhm.
are things that the stats don't show that I think is a misconception, and it's being pushed as an ideal in our society right now, which I don't think is true. I don't actually think a lot of women are choosing to be single. First of all, there's more women than men.
Yes.
That's the
Yeah,
first thing.
that's
They outnumber us
statistically
2 to
right.
1. So some of them have
100%.
to be single. That's just
Yes.
what it is. That's
Yes.
one thing. It's two.
Choosing is a lie. Don't
Yeah,
choose. Don't tell me
a
you're
lot of them
choosing
aren't
to.
choosing. A lot of them aren't being chosen.
That's right.
The
They're
other
not
thing
choosing.
is, a lot of there I do know a lot of single women, but I
Mhm.
also do know a lot of single men.
Oh, of course.
I do know a lot of single men.
Yeah.
And again, what we can't discount is both sides of the situation.
Mhm.
Men have problems with women just like women have problems with men. What we
Yeah.
need to do, like every other divide in our humanity, is figure out why whatever we bring to the table is important to making this table strong, sturdy, and
Right.
filled. That's
Now
all.
every yeah, now every man and every woman has their own issues.
Right.
But here the common, and I'm gonna be bold to say the common problem for one, if not both, is that they bring trauma into the next relationship. So they're
Mhm,
not over or they're not done thinking about or dealing with whatever they just had in the past. And they are really eager to get into the next one. So when
mhm,
they get there and then they feel type of way, and then the person they chose might have been already past their trauma. And all of a sudden you bring that trauma and you bring that whole relationship back down. So now, not only did you not fix yourself, you now brought somebody else and broke them as well. So again, these are just experience levels I'm telling people. So again, be sure that you're ready to get to that next step because you do not want to hurt yourself or the person you're involved
mhm.
with you not being healed yet. All right. So
On
again,
both sides. That's
yes,
both
on
sides
both
of it.
sides, 100%. Because again,
Yeah.
there's going to be a bunch of men who are going to be saying, you know what, I'm going to just deal with this woman so differently because of no. Again, you're not helping yourself because you're making it worse for yourself and you're making it worse for that woman that you're dealing with, and
Word.
vice versa. Right. So you got to go in there clear mind, clear sense of direction of what you want, and trauma free, really, and trauma free. But again,
Mhm.
that is a whole another can of
Yeah,
worms
indeed. But
that
we
we
know
can go into.
we just kind of touched on relationships within that men's education
Oh shoot,
situation.
you on that segue, man? Tip, bro. I love it. I love it. Our next topic here is privacy versus transparency in relationships. Do you like to show it all, or do you want to keep it, you know, behind closed doors?
Mm.
Now, is this now to the society, or is this to your partner? That's where we didn't define.
Oh, I think it was to your partner. That's how I
Okay.
took it.
Okay. No, let's
It is
let's tackle it
romantic.
then. Let's
Yeah.
tackle it.
Yeah, it's a
So,
privacy versus transparency in relationships, to your point. Relationship can be
okay.
in.
Okay. So,
But do
what's
you
your
need my
take?
password, phone password, and all that jazz?
Hey,
Um, you go first. I went first.
well, again, I've been through a few of these situations where I went out. I was trustworthy from the
Mhm,
beginning when I got in. Meaning there
mhm,
was no password on my phone. There's nothing I was hiding. No weird pictures or anything like that. All conversation was there, and it was to a point where, for some reason, my woman's insecurities jumped in. I don't know why, because I never
mhm,
gave up that vibe. But when the phone's there, you're like, oh, whatever, whatever. So they went into the phone and they started asking questions about the people I'm talking to.
mhm,
Meanwhile, the people I'm talking to are not people that are inappropriate. When I'm talking
mhm.
to high school friends from back in the day,
Right.
or even old grade school friends talking about where I've been, because I left a place where I was familiar and known, and people are asking where you at, and so I'm filling them in. So I'm talking about what's going on. So when
Mhm,
that person starts saying, "Why are you talking about me to these people?" I'm sorry. That's me. That's my privacy. That's my friends. That's
mhm,
my issues to talk to them about. So I was transparent.
mhm,
But after that situation, I went into privacy mode because I don't need to be heckled for things that are normal in life.
mhm,
I'm not going to say, hey, you know what? I want to talk to my buddy about us not. I'm not going to share that. There's things that you need to kind of keep to yourself. I
mhm.
realize that because again, um,
Oh, that's a fact.
people will take a good thing and turn it bad,
Mhm,
and people will even take a bad thing and make it good. So you need to kind of protect yourself and your sanity. To me, again, and give off enough for the relationship.
mhm.
That's just me.
Yeah, I just sent you a video that maybe we can
Mm.
queue up.
Oh, we can cue that up too. Yeah.
Yeah, just it's kind of touching on this topic.
Okay.
Um, so transparency versus what was
Privacy.
it? Privacy. I
Hmm.
think you can have both. I think you can have both, and I'm going to be speaking from a trusting relationship, like
Okay.
where two people actually trust each other.
Hmm.
They have each other's best interests at heart. Um, I think my woman should be able to, for example, she should be able to go out with her friends, have conversations, and I know nothing about them. I don't have
Facts.
to every word that they spoke about. They
Hmm.
recently my girlfriend went to a woman's night or a girls' night.
Hmm.
Um, and one of the rules was what we say here stays here. So she couldn't tell me she could tell me what they talked about, but not what in detail. Like, so she could give me the topic, but
Hmm.
she's not telling me who said this person said that person said this. Da, da, da. Oh, and I think that is something that should be totally acceptable.
100%.
Um, Even on a smaller level, I think she should be able to have a conversation with her girlfriend,
Hmm.
even if it's about me
Yeah.
and I don't know what they talked about. I
Hmm.
think that is totally fine. And I'm not naive or stupid enough to not know that I might be upset by what they were talking about when it comes to me. That might bother me. which is also why I'm okay not knowing. You
Mhm.
gotta pick your poison sometimes too.
Facts.
You gotta pick your
Facts.
poison.
Yeah.
Now that the transparency should come in that you're gonna tell me what's happening, or you could so for example, you could tell me, my ex-boyfriend's come to town and he wants to meet up,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
I don't think that should be a private thing. I don't if you're in a relationship, I think that's something that you should share with your partner, whether or not you're going to go. Now, the whether or you're going to go, and again, this is in a trusting relationship,
Mhm. Mhm.
is part of her private life where
So
she can make a decision to go. If she goes, I think that's a part of her private life. Not that the events are private,
mhm.
but that her relationship with this person as a friend, I'm not talking about cheating, I'm not talking
Mhm.
about
Mhm.
going too
Mhm.
far. As
Mhm.
a
Mhm.
friend, there should
Mhm.
be some privacy that she gets to have in that relationship with her friend. If
Agreed.
that's an uncomfortable example for you, let me simplify it. She should have a private life in that she should be able to take time away from you, or he should be able to take time away from his whatever, the woman,
Mhm.
and do what he needs to do to get his head right, clear, be good, comfortable, which will make him or her better for the relationship without having to share every moment of what that process is. I don't think that's necessary.
Totally, totally, totally agree. There's
I,
always a level of everything,
yeah,
and you hit it on the head, man. Their dealings is her dealings. It's
yeah,
not your dealings.
right.
If she wants to share, by all means, that is her choice to share. If she doesn't, fine. As long as she doesn't, again, well, I only say as long as any of them in that situation don't cross the line, boom,
It's cool.
that's fine. Like I
Right.
said, I mean, there's tons of people I've seen and kind of dealt with in the past that have great relationships past the romance, past whatever. They're
Hmm.
good friends. I have good friends that I have known that I might have had interest in way back right?
Hmm.
I think I told you the story about when I was dating my ex a while ago, and I had a friend help us move in. I
Yes,
known this
yes,
girl
yes,
for 20 years, and we
yes,
used to hook up.
yeah,
But she is helping us in a situation. She's been married with 3 of her kids
right.
with her man, and she says, "Oh, Tuna, you need some help? Sure, I'm gonna help you because the love of a friendship is what supersedes whatever your need is."
Exactly.
So I'm
Exactly.
like, "Thank you." Am I going to hide that I've been with this person before? No, that's
Yeah.
me sharing. Do I have to? I don't have to share that, but I
No.
did because I was comfortable in the situation. I'm comfortable in my relationship. Say, yeah, this is a person I was with way back when, but you know what? We're just
That was
great
then.
friends.
This is now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't hold that to anybody else.
Yeah.
And again, vice versa. If she came to me and says, "Yeah, I'm gonna go see my baby daddy or whatever he's in," go ahead.
Mhm.
Uh, if I don't see it, I'm good. You know, I'm a different type of type. I'm a different type of
I'm
person. I'm
pretty
like,
much the
you go
same
do
way.
you. Yeah,
I
go
wasn't
do
always
you.
this way. I can tell you that. I wasn't always this way.
But
And
you,
it does take a certain level of comfort with that partner that
yes,
you believe
yes.
and you trust that partner again. That's a
But
key factor
the,
for this.
the only thing I with age, you learn a lot about that too. Because again,
Right.
I used to
That's
be a
true.
jealous guy too. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, what you talking? You know, and I'm like, you know what? Then sat back and what?
The
What would
reality
you
of it.
do? Yeah. What's the flip side of things? Do you think, she feel the same way when I'm talking? I'm saying, you know what? You're right. Let's just allow it.
Mhm.
Just allow it. Just let it go. And made me feel comfortable. You made me feel good. I can talk to, when I'm in a relationship, I can talk to other women without feeling the type of way
Yeah.
because I know what my conversation is. I don't need to, I'm not going over
To
to
hide
the next
anything
side.
and all that.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I got 2 questions for you, actually.
Hmm.
One's, to bring it back a little bit.
Hmm.
Would you give your woman your passcode to your phone? Is that an issue for you? And why or why not?
I would always, again, depends on how deep the relationship is,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Because you have to understand, you have to trust that person
Mhm.
enough to think that, oh, you know what, whatever they see, whether good or bad, whatever they see, it's like, okay, whatever, right?
Mhm.
It's your phone,
Mhm.
it's your thing, and it is what it is.
Do
But
you
yeah,
think
I definitely give. Again, like I said, at one point, I did not even have a password on my phone. Now, again,
Mm.
uh, if 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 we're talking safety concerns, then that was a bit of a dumb thing. But you know what? I wasn't really having my phone out at that time where it would be lost or whatever. No, I'd have it, use it, put it down. If I needed it, or I say, hey, babe, you know what? Go check my phone for whatever.
Mhm.
You know what? Go ahead, because there's nothing there. But when you go in there looking for something to
That's a
make a
yeah, that's
weapon,
right, right,
that's when I
right.
say, okay,
That's
I
the
gotta
problem.
protect myself
Yes,
and my
then things change.
sanity
Things change.
because
Absolutely.
it's not fair to me to
Absolutely.
be weaponized because of me being a nice guy
Yep.
or me being a caring friend to
Yep.
someone of the opposite sex that I've probably known for either through work, through school, through anything. I try to avoid that altogether. So yeah, I mean, again, depending on how deep the relationship is, I'll definitely give up my password.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I concur with that. I have no problem. For exactly what you said, you're gonna find what you're gonna looking for. So
Yeah.
search away
Yeah,
if you
man.
want to. I don't whatever.
If
Simple answer for me. That my pass, you could have it. Whatever.
you know, that's one of the reasons why I don't actually. This is going to be a part two of what we're talking about, but this it's a reason why I don't put a lot of stuff relationship wise on social media,
Yeah, I get that too.
right?
I get that.
So, but
To a
again, this
degree.
was
No, that's
well,
we'll save that topic. We'll save that, but to a degree.
this is a bit of a part two because again,
Mhm.
as much as we looking in the relationship itself, I was trying to see if there was something outside of that. So the privacy and transparency on social media, are
Mm,
you a fan of it or not? Do you keep it private and keep it to yourselves, or do you share to the world that you guys are in love and doing whatever and blah 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 blah? Because I don't. Because there's a lot of people. My mom told me, you know what? People will want to suck the happiness out of your life if you show that.
and that's not wrong. There's truth in that.
Mm,
My problem with excuse me, I guess my problem with the way of thinking of not sharing your relationship is that an insecurity in the relationship?
hmm
Like, I guess okay, sorry. Let me start again. If it's an insecurity in the relationship, I think that's a problem. That's a bigger problem than social media would exasperate or uh, or solve. Like if you already don't trust your partner, putting their face up on social media with you isn't going to make that worse. I mean, it is going to make it worse, but it was already bad. Like you don't that it's not really social media that's the problem. It's your relationship that's the problem. That's one.
right.
Two, um if it's a thing I don't subscribe totally to that way of thinking for the opposite thing. I'm not going to be posting my girlfriend up if I don't feel secure in the relationship
Mm,
because that doesn't make sense to me. I don't, if yes, I get it. If you don't think that your partner is faithful or you don't think that they're the right one or you're
right.
questioning it in your mind because I've been
Right.
there too and
hmm
I've
hmm
posted it and I haven't regretted it because I posted it.
Right.
I regretted it in that I not even regret because that's the word, not a word that I like to use. More
hmm
like I wish I didn't do it because the relationship didn't work out. So it's like, oh
Right.
my god, I
Right. I put it all
advertise
out there.
this product that is no
hmm
longer in stores type shit.
Man, exactly. Exactly.
That way
That's
I kind of see it.
that's
So again, it depends on where you are, where I'm in the relationship, and how much I trust that partner. But if I'm secure, I don't see anything wrong with posting it. I think hiding it for fear that people will damage it, yeah, I never really subscribe to that theory almost in any aspect of life.
mm,
I think what's yours is yours, and only you can,
show it
um,
off.
yeah, that's
hmm
what I see.
hmm
So
I
I had
agree.
another question, quick questions, and then we can
hmm
move on to the next topic.
hmm
If your woman came to you and said, um, "Hey, Tokes, I'm friends with Slang, Slang's with my friend. You know Slang. He's been my friend for like years. Like before I even met you, we've been friends. Um, I see him as just a friend, but I'm starting to realize he might see me as more than that, even though he knows I'm in a relationship. You don't have to worry about me because I'm with you, Tokes. You're my man. I don't have no. I'm not even interested in Slang in that way.
Hmm.
But I also don't want to end our friendship because of this.
Hmm.
How do you feel about us keeping up the friendship, even though now we both kind of know that he wants more from me? What would be your feeling and or response?
Well, to be honest, that is all on her.
Mm,
Her call. I am
mm,
I am confident in the girl I've chosen,
mm.
and
This is very
if
mature of
if
you.
if she falters and goes the wayside with you slang and all of a sudden, it's a different vibe, then she wasn't the one for me, right? You let the cars lie as they are, and you keep on going, right? I mean,
Mhm.
I'm at an age right now where I'm like, hey, you're either in it for 110% or you're not. If you're
Valid,
at if I'm at 110 and you're at 90, I'm sorry then,
valid, valid, valid.
right? So yeah, the trust. I mean, again, it's all on the partner. So if it because again, she can control her emotions, and she's
Mhm,
already stated that this is a friend only, and I'm not going to. You're my man, blah blah blah. Now, if it changes, that's on her, not on my actions, because she's letting you slang to get into her mind as more than just a friend. Once that happens, that's when the disconnect happens. That's when you say, you know what, we gotta leave, we gotta stop. No, baby, no, no. Once you've already let that in, it's already over
mhm.
because you've already let that person in. So again, I
Valid.
leave it up to the person to make that decision, and it goes with me too. I've got challenged many times about that. A
Mhm.
lot of people have they said you have so much female friends. I was like, yes,
You've not
I do, but they're only friends.
been there.
I again, I was engaged at one point, and I was talking to an ex girlfriend I went to college with who was going through marital problems.
Mhm,
Love her to death. My father loves her to death,
mhm,
and we were talking on WhatsApp, open on one of my screens. I wasn't hiding it, and
mhm.
she questioned me on why I was talking to her. I'm like, why would you question me talking to somebody who's
You
is
can
in a
see the
different
messages.
province? What's that? Yeah, you're seeing the messages. I'm not hiding anything. I'm
Mhm,
talking to the person just to reconnect because they might need me for whatever reason. They
mhm.
might need me. I'm not saying that I'm the hero that I'm going to save her. No, but she might just need that release and say, hey, you know
You're a
what?
good
I need
friend.
to, yes, I need that grounding person to know that I'm not crazy, that I'm not dumb, that I'm not ugly, and I'm going to reassure that person. Mind you, they don't need it from me, but they're choosing me. So
Mhm.
why would I not give them
I
that
would say that
attention?
means they need it.
Well,
I understand what you say, but I would say that means they need it from you.
right, right. But
Yeah,
I'm not saying like
I know
I,
what you
I
mean.
don't know
I know what you
how their world is going, but yeah.
mean.
So I'm gonna be there for them. If someone's gonna call me at freaking 2 o'clock in the morning because something happened and I'm the first number they call, I'm gonna answer that call. Hey,
Mhm,
babe, I got my friend Melissa's on the phone. Something's going on. I'm gonna take this call.
mhm,
It's not like I'm gonna run out and go whatever, whatever. I'm giving my friends who I've known for years at a time, my attention because they needed it. They're calling me
mhm.
for a specific reason, right? Now, if it was just, hey, what's going on, blah blah, I said, you know what, it's cool. I'm with my lady right now, or we're
Talk to
doing
you tomorrow.
something. We'll
Yeah.
talk to another time.
Yes,
And if
I
it's,
get it. I get it.
it's just common sense,
N
and a lot of people are not too common with that sense anymore.
No, 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 never have
Oh,
been. And
so frustrating.
I'm gonna play slightly devil's advocate angel advice
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
agree with everything you said, and logically, everything you said makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I, however, cannot say that I would be comfortable with her keeping that relationship going. I agree with you. It is ultimately her choice, and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna tell her to get rid of this guy, but
Right.
I can't also say I'm going to be comfortable with them especially spending time together. Maybe them, being on the phone and all that, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But hanging out together, I might feel away. I can't tell a lie. I might feel away knowing that he might try a thing, and
You know,
she might have to reject him, and then I might have to beat his ass. All
that's
these, this is like they say, men think about the ultimate or the end
the end
of the
game. Yeah,
story.
yeah,
What
yeah,
may happen?
yeah.
What's the worst case scenario? Because we come from a world of there's violence that can happen, and
Yep.
violence can lead to death. Women
True.
don't really necessarily think that way. They think
True.
they may fight, but they usually fight and go home. Nobody's getting
True.
shot. Nobody's getting stabbed. Da, 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 da,
True.
da, da.
True.
We fight. It might
Yeah.
be a
Yes.
life.
Yeah.
Taken.
We escalated to that next level.
Yeah,
You're
it
right.
could go there.
You're right.
So those
100%
things,
right.
I don't know if I'd be comfortable beyond just the quite honest jealousy of the situation with her hanging with the guy.
Mm.
But I do agree it is ultimately her decision.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, again, great topics right now.
Yeah, man.
And we are definitely going to end it with one more topic.
Yeah, let's get
This
fun
Ryan
with it.
brought.
Let's get fun with it.
Let's get with this one here. We are going to show you a clip, folks,
Mhm.
about something that's kind of
It's kind of been going viral lately.
and it's dear to our hearts, though, because we're
Yeah.
Canadian. So let's talk about this real quick. Here's the video, real quick.
It's something about like Canada or Toronto players. I feel like, no, I swear to God, I feel like once you get up in them and you physical, and once you figure them out, they come off as cool, calm, like, he's soft spoken because he doesn't want to really, get into a battle. But once you push that to the edge with him, I think he gonna back down.
Jamal Murray.
Yeah, and I think the Pacers and I think it's like the Kendrick and Drake beef. Like once you boom one of them, it's gonna be it's like, yeah, they're gonna lay down. That's just me though. That's just me looking at what I think gonna happen in the future.
Mr. B, international conflict. We already have a situation in Venezuela. Now we have added Canada to the mix.
Hey, there you have it, folks. There you have it. There you have it. Wow.
That was Brandon Jennings, former NBA player. Let me first start off by asking Brandon Jennings, when were you ever tough? When were you ever physical? And I'm only talking about in the game of basketball, not outside. I never seen you do nothing to move nothing but score the ball and dribble, sir. So let's calm down with all this. Canadians are soft, because you would fit the mold of a Canadian if that were even remotely true.
Wow.
Okay? You're gonna get me on my rant game here. Number 2, I got 2 words for you. Dylan Brooks. All right? Dylan Bodman. Dylan the villain Brooks. All right? Did not bow down to one of my favorite players, LeBron James. Goes at him every game. He goes at whoever the best player is on the team opposing him, he's on them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dylan Brooks. Okay, that's you know where he's from? Canada.
Where exactly is from? I heard he's from freaking Mississauga. Is that true?
He's from Mississauga. RJ Barrett is from Mississauga.
Yeah,
Shay's from Hamilton.
Yeah. Jamal Mashburn, he was from freaking Jungle, no?
You mean McGlure?
McGlure, sorry. McGlure was from freaking Jungle.
He's an East man. He's an East man. I don't know if
Scarborough man?
I'm pretty sure he's from Scarborough somewhere.
Wow.
But I could be wrong. But I'm also not a soft man.
Nah. None of those
men are soft. So who are you talking about?
Here's the thing. Because they think that we're all polite and blah, blah, that we just respect in the game. If you push Canada to the edge, we will lick off a man. Come to Caravana. All right? Mr. Jennings, come to Caravana and step on a man's freaking shoes, bro. See if you don't get done up real quick. All right? Not even the ball in your hand, yo. You'll get done up real quick. All right? Come to Winnipeg, bro.
Fam. Walk on, fam. Look at that quick walk on, fam. You good, fam?
Yo, Yo, Regin, come here. You not see him? You not see him? Give him 1, 2 twos and he's done, bro.
Done him, fam.
Done him, fam. These guys don't know.
All it is, it's Shea's playing style where he gets a lot of foul calls. I don't know. I don't understand why that translates to him being soft. They never called James Harden soft when James Harden was.
Here's the thing. Is he just saying Canadians in sports in general or basketball?
I think he's referring to basketball. I think it's
because I was gonna say, Canadians are one of the toughest people in the world. These people are playing hockey, bro.
I was gonna say, I got 3 words for you. NHL.
I'm like, where are these guys coming from? Like, they don't know. Man's never playing with no teeth. Dougie Gilmore, one of my favorites, bro.
2 more words for you. Doug Flutie. Is he Canadian?
Yes, he is. Well, no, he played for Canadian teams. But yeah.
Good enough, bro. Good enough. We'll take Cal Larry too, God damn it. Hide on me on them Monday.
These guys don't
Bill Wellington and them Monday.
I don't even know if these guys really educate themselves on Canada as a whole. So they're just speaking based on 2 people that they know.
They don't.
Oh, Steve Nash. Yeah. Oh, he didn't do anything. Bill, yeah. Well, that's him. That's not the whole of Canada. Man, like Dilly. Yo, Brooksy he'll done a man if he had to. If he could, he would. Same with Shea.
The American bias, it's the American bias is because this is what they used to say about the European basketball players is that and that apparently changed. And so I guess now it's us. We're now the new soft guys of the league, which we're not. Like, there's no Shaden Sharp. Who else? Like, I'm trying to think of all the Canadians. Zach Edey. Like, who's soft? Where's the soft guys?
Yo, Edey.
The league is soft. Never mind.
Yeah.
And
the
we don't
league has been soft.
Dylan Brooks is one of the toughest guys left in the league. One of the no back down guys. Jamal Murray. What do we?
Yeah. Any of these
Gringo
go toe to toe with any of your bad boys right now, and still hold their own.
Come on, man.
We have guys who are going against the greatest players in the game, who is choosing to cover the greatest players.
Not only that, we have a guy who is arguably the best player in the game right now. Yes. Can't be soft doing that. I don't care what. I don't care what the name is on the back of the jersey. You can't be soft to be one of the top
MVP
3 players. MVP. He's MVP, so currently he is the best player. I don't care what he does one day.
Yeah.
Get out of here,
Brandon. They're gunning for him, and he's still producing. You have a target on your back, and they're still producing.
Exactly.
Again. People don't. Again, some people in the U.S. are just ignorant, and they want to accept the fact that we're their equal, if not superior, in a lot of places. So that bothers me because that's been the same. That's been the game from time. That's been the game from time.
USA stands for unlikely to see anything else.
Wow, we need to give them a horn for that one, bro. We have to give a horn for that. Then hold on, where's the horn? Wow,
and send it to Brandon straight.
And you know what? He's not lying. I mean, my dad used to call the U.S. teams the talking prouds because I mean, we had to again back in the day when we watched hockey a lot, right? For some reason, they're talking about all these American teams and American players. Meanwhile, Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, these guys are breaking records.
Sidney Crosby. Yeah, this goes on
breaking records, and you're like, what? The only thing, honestly, that I will say Americans are proud of, and they should be proud of, is the NFL and their Super Bowl. But again,
every other sport is international.
But Canadians are getting in there. Not only Canadians, there's Europeans getting in there, Africans getting in there, and they are
Asians.
Now taking. Oh, they're taking over. The Americans are like, well, we'll go be an analyst or something. Who knows? Whatever. Because again, if you check a lot of these teams, they're all internationally based. There's someone coming from some other country that's playing in your sport and dominating.
Top 5 players in the league right now are European and or Canadian.
Yes.
Top 5.
Yeah.
right now. Luka, Giannis, SGA,
Mm-hmm.
Jokic,
Mm-hmm.
and Wemby. Top 5.
Mm-hmm.
All are not American. And if we
Mm-hmm.
keep going down the list, we'll find more.
And again, this
Gilgeous Alexander is also not soft.
and the thing is, it's going to get even bigger. It's going to get deeper because
this
it's
is what
going to
they
go
wanted.
into the top. It's going to go
Yeah.
to top 10,
Right.
and then it's going to go to top 15 because
what they
all
wanted.
these international countries are going to be sending their people to the freaking NBA now.
Yeah.
Guys from Australia were coming in there. Guys from China are going to come back in there. A lot of people from Africa are going to be coming in there.
Yeah.
European, like they're going to be dominating. So then you can definitely call yourself a worldwide sport.
Mhm.
You will be world champions because you have a worldwide team, international team now, right? Come on now, Americans have to kind of stop that noise. They have to stop because it's
Mr.
making them look
Brandon
bad.
Jennings, go somewhere and sit down. That's it.
I mean, I'm not gonna knock his style of play because I really didn't see it much.
Yeah. He played. He was good. He got injured a lot.
No, exactly.
So
Soft.
let me
Soft.
soft shoes, man. But hey, man,
But
let's
it
leave
is
him
what it
alone.
is,
Let's
man.
leave him alone.
But we'll come back to him if he comes. Yo,
Yeah.
Brennan, you comment
Listen,
on this, all right? We're
Drake
calling you out.
already called him out and posted a whole bunch of pictures of him with Drake wearing OVO, wearing Raptors shirts, bigging up Toronto.
Yo.
Drake is a petty man.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Like, how you gonna be talking about? Meanwhile, there's the internet is an evil place sometimes. It'll expose your bullshit.
Boom what? That's what Drake said. Boom what, bro?
I'm telling you, man. USA, just calm down, all right?
Just
Just accept
relax.
us.
It's okay.
Just accept us.
It's okay. We're getting
'Cause-
gold in the Olympics in LA on your soil. We're gonna get gold.
That's gonna be
Because all your Avengers are gone. None of
Oh.
those guys are playing. Maybe KD, but I doubt Steph is playing. LeBron said he's not playing. KD may not play. So can your young boys hold us down? If we go in there full force?
Murray,
Murray, SGA, RJ, Dylan, Zach, Nikhil. Don't forget what's that boy on the Pacers there? There's 2 men on Pacers. And one of them didn't even play in the last Olympics.
Was it Cunningham? Was it Cunningham? I don't even
No,
remember.
Nemhard and Mathurin. And both of them, Nemhard played, but Mathurin didn't play. So imagine if all the men at Lou Dort, all the man them.
Not even don't forget the big man in the middle, man. Edie.
Yeah,
Edie.
He didn't play either.
Yeah.
If last year, not last year, but the last Olympics, if Jamal Murray played the way he's playing now, which I think he was injured, we would have been in the gold medal game. I'm not even saying we would have won gold, but we would have at least got silver. And we got bronze. Did you get bronze? What did we get this year?
I believe so. RJ and the fam they got bronze. I think
we got bronze.
Was that the World Championships or was it in Olympics?
That's what I don't remember. No, I can't remember. But anyway, I know we got eliminated earlier than was.
I'm calling it. We're winning gold.
Gold.
I'm calling it. I think we're winning gold.
Gold.
That's next year, yeah.
Yeah, this summer.
Is it summer?
No, this summer is World Cup, so it's not this summer.
Oh yes, that's right. And World Cup is in North America too.
Yeah, which I don't have no real. I don't know about. Yeah,
don't worry about. World Cup is going to be entertaining. Yes. We're not saying we're going to win that.
No.
We're in it.
But neither is America. Neither is America.
Exactly. I mean, we all know the truth, folks.
Yeah, we know.
We play soccer here. Over there, they play the football.
The football.
They dominate. Just get ready. Get ready to see some superstars. Because again, because it's in the US, you're gonna see some wild play because they want to get recognized.
Let's
get that big money.
Let's hope so.
Although they make a good money in the European leagues, but the eyes,
cameras, makes the stardom, the superstardom.
Yes, the superstardom.
And see a big stage. Yes.
Yeah. You'll see a big star and someone's going to emerge and they're going to be on covers of shoes and all that. Just watch. It's going to be exciting, but it's going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to watch it. And I can't wait for the Olympics too. So we will wait with a bated breath to see what happens in the Olympics.
In the meantime, Brandon, shut up. All right. So let's wrap this up.
Hey, another good show. We're going to keep on pushing it good, man. Sir. So with that being said, if you have any comments, any topics that you want to shoot us, we've had a great. I mean, we're going to start highlighting some of our topics, our comments there, because they're great conversation starters, and it makes me look on other sides of the coin when it comes to that. And again, don't try to be rude about it. I mean, be very respectful. There's an open space. We're pretty liberal when it comes to conversation. We want to be having that conversation because a lot of people might need to hear this that we're talking about, and they don't know how to put their points out or say something. I mean, some people were blowing up my phone with conversation because they didn't want to put it out there. I'm like, no, put it out there, because you never know what you say might trigger what somebody else might think, and they might say something, and then you have that whole big thing going on. So again,
not to mention it helps the platform grow, which
most definitely. The more eyes, the more words, the more people will see us, and that's how we get there, right? And that's what our goal is, just to get there. We think we have a great thing here. We've got great energy, great conversation, great topics. Let's get out there. So let's have some fun with it.
Comment, subscribe.
That's it. That's all, man. That's it for myself and my man Slang here. We'll definitely see you again soon. Peace and love. We out.
Peace.